Have you ever wondered how chocolate is made? Let's embark on a journey back in time and across continents to uncover the origins of this beloved treat. Our story begins with the humble cacao tree, a tropical evergreen native to the lush rainforests of Central and South America. Standing about 12 to 15 feet tall, this tree is a bit of a prima donna, requiring precise conditions of warmth, rain and shade to thrive. The real magic happens when the cacao tree produces its fruit, the cacao pods. These large, football-shaped pods, which hang directly from the trunk and older branches, are a sight to behold. Their bright colours, ranging from green to yellow to deep purple, contrast sharply with the tree's dark green leaves. Each pod contains 20 to 60 seeds, or what we commonly refer to as cacao beans. Harvesting these pods is a labour-intensive process that relies on the skilled hands of farmers. With a careful slice of a machete, the pods are removed from the tree. Too much force could damage the tree, while too little might leave the pod unharvested. It's a delicate balance, a dance between man and nature that's been perfected over centuries. Once harvested, the pods are cracked open to reveal the cacao beans nestled within a sweet, pulpy interior. These beans, despite their bitter taste, are the heart and soul of chocolate. They are the kernels of joy that, after a long process of fermentation, drying and roasting, will eventually transform into the chocolate we all know and adore. Now that we know where chocolate begins, it's time to see how it's transformed into the sweet treat we all love. From the cacao tree to the cacao pod, from the cacao bean to the chocolate bar, it's a journey filled with care, patience, and a whole lot of love. So stay tuned as we delve deeper into the fascinating process of chocolate making. The journey of the cacao bean doesn't end at the farm. In fact, it's only just beginning. Once harvested, these precious beans embark on a transformative journey, evolving into the rich, creamy delight we know as chocolate. The first stage of this process is fermentation. The beans, still ensconced in their fruity pulp, are placed into shallow containers and left to ferment for anywhere from 2 to 9 days. It's during this time that the beans undergo a series of chemical changes, triggered by the heat and the yeasts and bacteria present in the environment. These changes help to develop the complex flavors that we associate with high-quality chocolate. Once fermentation is complete, the beans are spread out under the sun to dry. This drying process can take up to a week, depending on the weather. It's a crucial step in preventing mold growth and further enhancing the beans' flavor profile. Every day, diligent hands turn the beans, ensuring they dry evenly. These hands know when the beans are ready by their sound. A well-dried bean will emit a satisfying snap when broken. Now, these sun-kissed fermented beans have traveled a long way from their humble beginnings on the tree. They've developed a rich, complex flavor profile and are ready to take the next step in their journey. From the cacao farms, they are packed into sacks and transported to a chocolate factory. The journey can be long, but it's all part of the process. The beans might cross oceans, traverse mountains and navigate bustling city streets, but they remain resilient, holding on to their unique flavors and potential. Upon arrival at the factory, the beans are carefully unloaded and stored until they're ready for the next phase of their transformation. This is where they will be roasted, winnowed, ground, and eventually transformed into the chocolate bars that we all know and love. After the beans arrive at the factory, the real magic begins. Inside the chocolate factory, the cacao beans are about to undergo a significant transformation. Here in these humming halls, the journey of the humble cacao bean continues, morphing from a simple seed into the world's most adored treat. The first step in this phase is roasting. The cacao beans are carefully heated to bring out their inherent chocolatey flavor, a process that requires both time and precision. It is during this stage that the beans' full potential is unlocked, their delightful aroma filling the factory and hinting at the sweet symphony to come. Post-roasting, the beans are cracked open, a process fondly referred to as cracking and winnowing. This step is crucial for separating the prized cacao nibs from their less desirable shells. The shells, being lighter, are whisked away while the heavier nibs remain, ready for the next stage of their journey. These These nibs, rich in flavor and texture, form the very heart of the chocolate we know and love. But before they can become chocolate, these nibs must endure a grinding process. This stage transforms the nibs into a paste, a substance known as chocolate liquor. Despite its name, chocolate liquor contains no alcohol. It is a thick, often gritty paste, the result of cacao nibs being ground down to their purest form. This paste is pure chocolate in its rawest, most unadulterated form. The creation of chocolate liquor is a vital step in the chocolate-making process. It is the foundation upon which all other types of chocolate are built, the base from which a myriad of delicious variations can spring. Whether it becomes a dark and bitter bar, a creamy milk chocolate treat, or a white chocolate indulgence, it all starts here with this dense, rich paste. The process is far from over, as this chocolate liquor is the base for all types of chocolate. The journey from bean to bar continues, each step a testament to the art and science of chocolate making, a symphony of flavors in the making. Ever wondered why there are different types of chocolate? Well, it all boils down to how the chocolate liquor is processed. This rich, creamy substance is the heart and soul of every chocolate bar, but how it's treated can lead to a world of different flavors and textures. Let's start with dark chocolate. It's the purest of them all, often called black gold. To create this, a higher percentage of cacao is used, sometimes upwards of 70%. It's mixed with sugar and maybe a touch of vanilla, but no milk. The result? A deep, intense flavor that lingers on your palate. Then there's milk chocolate, the sweetheart of the chocolate family. To create the smooth, creamy delight, one has to add milk powder or condensed milk to the chocolate liquor. The addition of milk softens the intensity of the cacao, resulting in a sweet, mellow flavor that's loved by many. And lastly, there's the controversial white chocolate. It's a bit of an outlier because it doesn't contain any cacao solids, only cocoa butter. To make white chocolate, cocoa butter is blended with sugar, milk, and often vanilla. The result is a velvety, sweet treat that melts in your mouth. But it's not just about the main ingredients. The chocolate-making process is like a symphony, with countless variations and subtleties. Some chocolatiers might add a dash of sea salt to enhance the flavor, or incorporate nuts for an added crunch. Others might experiment with spices or fruits, creating an exciting fusion of flavors that dance on your tongue. So, you see, the world of chocolate is a vast and varied one. It all starts with the humble cacao bean, but from there, the possibilities are endless. Whether you prefer the intense richness of dark chocolate, the creamy sweetness of milk chocolate, or the smooth decadence of white chocolate, there's a chocolate out there for every taste bud. After the ingredients are combined, the chocolate still needs a bit of finesse. The final steps in chocolate making are all about achieving that perfect texture and shine. This is where conching and tempering come into play. Two processes that, while they might not sound all that glamorous, are absolutely critical in the creation of a truly delicious piece of chocolate. First off, let's talk about conching. This process is named after the shell-like shape of the original machines used. In conching, the chocolate is heated and ground down for several hours, sometimes even days. This marathon session of heat and friction reduces the size of the cocoa and sugar particles, resulting in a smoother texture and helping to balance out the flavors. The end product of conching is a liquid chocolate that's silky smooth to the taste. But we're not done just yet. Next comes tempering, the process of carefully cooling and then gently reheating the chocolate. This might sound like a simple case of hot and cold, but it's a delicate dance that's all about precision. The aim here is to align the cocoa butter crystals in a specific way. Get it right, and you end up with a chocolate that has that satisfying snap, a glossy shine, and a smooth mouthfeel. Get it wrong, and your chocolate might end up with a dull look and a crumbly texture. Tempering requires skill, patience, and a good deal of practice. It's a testament to the artistry that goes into every bar of chocolate, a silent salute to the chocolatier's craft. And while it might seem like a lot of effort for a sweet treat, one bite of perfectly tempered chocolate will tell you it's worth every second. And there you have it, from cacao tree to chocolate bar, a journey of transformation that results in one of the world's most loved treats. The final touches may not be the most visible part of the process, but they're arguably the most important. After all, it's these finishing touches that turn a simple cocoa bean into a piece of edible art.